Hello, my beautiful soul family. Welcome to my channel, The Mystical Hummingbird. I'm out here in this beautiful weather on my backyard and looking at the beautiful flowers that I planted. I'll show you. Look. I planted this flower bed about 2 years ago, and now it's kind of going wild, and it's been quite interesting. The weather has gotten so beautiful, but my little patient and I, we caught a stupid bug on the airplane on the way back from Chile, unfortunately, and I still have a little bit of the after cough, and she's still coughing. But I tell you what, oh, this is so pretty. Look at these flowers. I planted those last year, or was it last year or the year before? I need to come out here and weed, but I'm gonna eat one of these. I totally adore, as I've told you before, I love fruit. I can't seem to eat and get enough of it. And I've been wondering what I talked to my father and asked him what we're gonna talk about. And he just said, well, we're going to improvise. And I brought my little patient out, but she's taking a nap right now. I hope you're all doing well. I have to tell you that springtime for me is one of my favorite times. Well, actually, no, I have to say all the seasons are my favorite. I love the spring, I love the fall, I love the summer, because each season it brings something special. And the thing I love the most is what we're able to do in each season. And everything is so beautiful and green. But I've been thinking a lot. Like, you know, I think a lot. I think about people and wonder if they're happy. I'm an observer. I'm always observing people. And I went to the store today. I'm still in the process of trying to figure out my car situation. So I've been taking the Uber several times. I had a couple of friends take me. It's kind of difficult with my little patient. Because she's in a wheelchair, and then taking her from one place to another is kind of difficult, and especially when you have to be, you know, borrowing cars and so forth. I love these. Some people don't like fruit at all, and I'm fruity. I'm a fruity person. I can't imagine not having fruit. Oh my gosh, the weeds in here galore. Oh, I planted oh my gosh, I have these beautiful, these herbs. I need to cut them back. Look at this. And they smell so wonderful. But I have to weed these. Look at the sage. There's nothing like fresh sage and oregano. And this is rosemary. This is a wild rosemary because normally it doesn't grow out here. Rosemary is so delicious when you make it with fish. And use it on your different, as a spice. All the natural spices are so yummy. Well, I've been thinking about happiness. The meaning of happiness. And there are so many people that are not happy. The last couple of days, I've been listening to people talk and telling me horrible stories and sad stories about people they knew, people they know, that are going through depression, that are suffering, that are doing drugs, that are and they're in a place in their life that it seems it's almost impossible to think someone so young, a 21-year young person, to be going through such hard things. And I understand, because the way how we live our lives is based in the way we were reared, the foundation that we have, where we come from. And it makes me think we can see life we can see, okay, if you're an observant, if you observe yourself and people around you, you can pretty much determine who is happy and who is not happy. You go to the store, and then you see when people are happy. You see the mom with all the little kids putting things, groceries in the little carts, and she's busy and she's looking at her phone and all the things she needs to get. And then the kids making comments to the mom and saying things. Mom, what about this? And Mom, what about that? Oh my gosh, I'm dripping my juice on me. You guys probably think I'm insane. I'm looking at the clouds, and I love to look at clouds because clouds, sometimes they send me messages. They have shapes and forms of animals, flowers, sometimes geometrical. Sometimes geometrical. I had the most amazing one I saw many years ago. It was amazing. The sun was there, how the round shape of the sun, and then around it, there were wings. There were two wings coming out of the sun, and it looked like a gigantic angel. And I thought, oh my gosh, that's like an angel. I didn't have my phone with me at the time. I didn't. So excuse me, I have to eat these things, otherwise I'm gonna. They're so delectable. I hope you guys like fruit. How can you not like fruit? I love to watch things grow. And I like how things turn green. Today is the 10th of May and it's Mother's Day. But it's actually celebrated tomorrow. I think it's a lovely thing. A lovely thing to do for mothers. But Mother's Day is every day. Like I think like God's Day is every day. Because mothers are like God. They're ever working. They're always working. We are always working. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna fall. I'm gonna tip over here in this chair. Oh, that little bee came over because she wants my mandarin. Okay, so I was thinking about happiness. Happiness. Where does happiness come from? Where do you think happiness comes from? Now me, what I think happiness is something that we have within us. I think happiness is embedded inside of us, and it's something we awaken. Excuse me. I still have that lingering cough. Let me move this. I have fruit in my hair. And I think that happiness is a state of mind. Like everything else is a state of mind. Like sadness is a state of mind. Abundance is a state of mind. Um, hmm. I also think that being happy, it's something that we choose. Like for me, that's one of my favorite things to be in, is to be happy. Although I am a lone wolf, I'm not a lonely wolf. Some people that live that are like hermits, people have a tendency to think that they are sad or that they have lonely lives. Not me. Mm-mm. I have a great imagination, and sometimes people have told me that I live in a la la land, but my la la land is how you live here, how we live here in this 3D world. My world, because I imagine a lot, because I'm in my own world in my mind, whether I'm in a cave, and I know this because I've lived in here, in this place, in this apartment for about almost 4 years, and it's in the basement, and there's very, very little light, except in my room. My room, I have a lot of light, and that's my favorite place to be. So many times I drag my little patient in with me, so because the rest of the apartment is dark, there's only one window, and the window that we do have is in the, when we walk down the stairs to enter, and it's into the living room, and it's, the dad made a door just out of glass, and I don't put a blind on it. I just keep it open at all times, and I have some plants in there so they can get light. And then my bedroom has tons of light, which I'm very appreciative of that, and so I'm grateful for that. But back to this happiness. We don't need to, we can walk alone. We can walk in this journey of life by ourselves, and have joy and enjoy our company. Like, for example, I can only speak for myself, you guys, because most of the people that I know, and I've walked away from many relationships, and I am not saying that I'm better than anybody else, and I don't judge anybody, but I really enjoy my company, and I enjoy other people as well, but I'm very exclusive, and I have acquired this because I like to feel good, and I don't do drama, and if drama and chaos comes to me, then I do everything to resolve it. If it doesn't affect me, then I send good energies and I stay out of it completely, because it's none of my never mind. But I do, with all of my heart, try to live my life in a state, maintain myself in a vibrational state where I am happy all the time. And why? Because happiness, how do I explain happiness? Happiness is the salt of life, I think. The salt of life. Can you imagine food without salt? Not very savory. Some people like food without salt, and I've tasted food without salt, but I'd rather have the salt because it gives flavor to the food. It gives you like an aftertaste of the things, and you can both eat it with vegetables, with meats, and you can have salt also with fruit. Like, there's nothing. Oh my gosh, I don't know if you guys have ever tried, and I've tried it lots of times now because I've had this stupid cough, and it's gone away pretty much now. But I slice a lemon, and then I pour salt in it, the pink salt, my favorite salt, and then I just suck on it. Suck on lemons with salt. I know it sounds like weird, but I like that. I like different things. Happiness, I think, is the prettiest garment of life. You know, if you have your favorite dress, I think to be dressed in happiness, even if you don't have anything pretty or nothing that's very appealing, if you have happiness with you, that's the best thing. Don't you think? What do you guys think? And I love the sun. I feel that the sun is sacred, like the wind is sacred, like the fruit is sacred. Music is sacred. I love the color of grass. I love that green color. It's so beautiful. I'll show you. There's Rocco, my little friend. Hey, Rocco. Good boy. You enjoying the scenery and the cool air? He's the cutest dog. Yeah. I just tell you that God in my life, well, since I was little, He makes me see the beauty of life. Like the beauty of life. Like, look at these clouds. I'm going to turn around and you can see them behind me. Look how beautiful they are. Aren't they beautiful? And then we have these beautiful mountains behind me. The Rocky Mountains. Any kind of mountains are beautiful, huh? I like what happiness does to me. It makes me vibrate higher. It gives me ideas. Because when I'm in a happy state of mind, then all things come to me. All ideas come to me. I feel whole. Because I am whole. You know, some people believe that they need to be in a partnership to be whole. Like some people, they'll say, oh, he completes me or she completes me. And I personally feel that when you meet someone, when you someday meet your partner, you should be already be whole. And when you are whole, then you can enjoy each other's company. And you can adhere to each other's life. And then you become greater as a whole, but you're not, you don't complete each other because you are already complete. I want to believe that. I love the breeze too. I love nature. Everything that nature gives unto us. The sun. But I have to admit, next to happiness, what's my next favorite thing? Water. The seashore. I miss the seashore. I miss the smell of the salt. That special salty smell of the ocean, and then the moist sand and the foamy waves and the movement that the ocean has, that the waters have. It's something that you don't find that anywhere, only in the oceans. Rivers are different, but they can also be tumultuous and they have great movement. But there's something special with the ocean. It's just I think it's the grandeur of it. My neighbor's playing Nirvana. I love Nirvana. So I was thinking about happiness. How do we acquire happiness? How do you acquire happiness? Like I said, it's a state of mind to be in joy, to be something you choose. You choose joy. Oh, that's not Nirvana, that's another group now. So you choose joy, you choose happiness, and you grow. We grow immensely when we allow ourselves to be in a state of mind that helps us grow, that helps us develop, that helps us open ourselves into greater mindsets. It gives us an opportunity to see the vision becomes bigger. Then you can see more ideas. Then you can see more possibilities for you, for us. Let me eat this last one. That's so sweet. I really feel that to be able to have a good life, we need to create a foundation for ourselves, build in qualities that will nurture our souls. The best part of us is our soul. In our soul, because our souls is the greatest part of us. Our souls is the part of us that wants to express itself with ourselves and then outside of ourselves. Oh, I'm going to show you something. Lamb's ears. I've used these for my decorations when I used to do wreaths. They are so soft. They're called lamb's ears. And they smell good too. They're so soft. Happiness. It's just, I think, one of the most beautiful things that we can enjoy, and we give that to ourselves because we choose. We can walk alone in this life and be happy and joyous. And like, I'm not lonely. I'm never lonely. I don't know if I'm different than other people, but I sometimes feel like I don't need anybody. And I say that in all humbleness. Don't feel that I'm better than anyone, and not in a proudful way or anything. Not because I love people, absolutely, but I can be on my own, and I have been on my own for so long that I am my best friend. I've learned to love me. I've learned to understand me, and I continue to dig deep, trying to find new facets of me, and it's an amazing thing because if you think about it, I'm trying to think, there's this one glass that I have that most kids, they play, and I'm trying to think of the word, kaleidoscope, a kaleidoscope, and it's kind of like, this is how I see our soul. This is how I just think. We are a kaleidoscope. Our soul is like a kaleidoscope of colors, and each color represents a virtue, a quality that we don't really probably think about, but if we nurture those parts of us, then our soul engrandens itself, it gets bigger, and it expresses more. But only we allow this. We're the ones that allow it. If we don't, then we're just like everyone else. And I don't want to be like everyone else. I am not, I'm just a number, okay? I have just a number, and it doesn't matter the age. I've lived many years, but what I have lived, I have seen, and I see that people are like in cages. Many people don't know themselves. They don't have sense of self. They don't know what they're doing. Many people, I'm sure there are people that are happy. I've seen people that are happy, but true happiness comes from within. When you cut the chains of our, what is the word? Oh my goodness, this one needs water. When we cut the chains that have encaged us for so many years, and to do that, we need to be courageous. We need to find that courage within us to do this. Otherwise, it doesn't. We can't do it. To find the best in us, we need to look inside as deep as you can. To want to have a change, we need to do introspection and see where we're at. And when we see where we're at, then we can determine where we want to be. And when we determine where we want to be, then we can make adjustments and decide, I think I want to try this. And don't worry about your age. Don't worry about your state, where you're at in life. Don't worry about money and any of those things. And you say, well, how am I not going to worry about money? No, don't worry about anything. Because when you let go and you trust in yourself, the universe, because I don't know if many people understand this. It has taught me this. This is why I say my life is magical. Because we are co-creators with the Creator. And then when we believe in ourselves, we believe who we are, and we trust with a childlike faith, then the universe, because I think I don't think I know. The universe is Father, it's God itself. And God has angels. He has many people. His God Corporation this is what I call it. God Corporation, God Incorporated. You don't have to worry about taxes in there. You don't worry about, if you're going to be from one party, that like the Republican or Democrat or whatever else. No. This is like a kingdom, God's world. It's like, it has universal laws that is a given, but they're all based in love, and they're all just. Therefore, we receive that. We receive justice. Okay. What else can I tell you? Happiness is something that I choose, and I've chosen that since I was little. I have not lived a full life of happiness because I have had and I've tasted the sour, I've tasted the bitter, I've tasted the ugly, I've tasted the horror, I've tasted many things that did not taste good. So I decided I don't want that anymore. I want to have my life fulfilled and filled with happiness. And why? Because I like the feeling. It's like I love fruit, and I want to maintain fruit in my life at all times. Like in the winter time, what do we eat? We eat mostly apples and pears. Of course, we're very blessed, and we get fruits from tropical fruits because there's transportations, and people export and import And so we get to experience fruits from other countries. Like, I love pineapples. I love prickly pears. I love chirimoyas. And I can sit here and tell you all the different beautiful fruits, the dragon fruits, the star fruits, all the beautiful fruits, kiwis, pomegranates. And the other day I forgot the name. Let's see, kumquats, and the other ones were not the Lebanese. They are from the Middle East. They're called kakis in Chile, and they are I can't remember the name again. But those are some of my favorite fruit. And then mangoes, papayas, I mean, and on and on and on. So because I love all of these fruits, I choose them to have them in my life. And that's how I choose happiness. I choose fun. I like to have fun. I like to enjoy life. I like to laugh and be with a nice group of friends, and maybe go camping, and maybe go and have, I sometimes I've had knitting clubs because I knit, and I haven't had one of those in a long while. Also, I create things with my hands. I pick things from the nature and I make wreaths. And the last 3-4 years I haven't done any of that because I haven't had time for that. But that's one of the things that I enjoy, and making things out of products from nature. I like to create, like I created this right here. I've shown it to you before, and that was just my idea how to plant the phlox, and then the lavender behind it, and then the little lamb's ear to the side. And then on this side I need to cut it back again because it needs more water and it hasn't come back. But yeah, everything we do, when we do it with intention, you guys, everything we do when done with intention, it turns out beautiful. When you plant something and you choose the best soil to plant it turns out amazing. And I always think about the soil is kind of like the thought. You bring the thought and you have everything you do with love and intention, it turns out beautiful. Everything, relationships, your jobs, your works, and people that are around you. And when you bring light and love to the places that you live, the people that you're in contact with, when you are in such a high state of happiness, then you're contagious. And that's the best kind of thing I love to get contagious. When people say, oh no, I'm going to get contagious. I caught this bug over there in the airplane. Yeah, I didn't catch happiness. Unfortunately, I caught something else, and I guess I wasn't watching my energies that I normally watch very, very fiercely. And I was probably a little bit not quite centered. I wasn't very ill, just it caught me like a little bit of a cold and the cough. But everything we acquire that comes to us, we call it out to us. So we need to be more aware, self-aware. Awareness is key to achieve all these beautiful things in our life and take away the fears. Now, many people out there are afraid to love because they don't have enough self-love. They don't have enough, they don't trust in themselves. They lack understanding of the self. They have because they've been hurt, and I understand that because I've also been hurt. But we cannot continue to victimize ourselves and not allow ourselves to be happy and not open our arms to the world and say, here I am, and be free like the wind. Because you don't know, like there's a little seed that has traveled thousands and thousands of miles from over in in Ireland or from Mexico, and the seeds fly with the wind and they end up in some kind of fertile soil, and then it starts growing. Just one little one. And the same thing can happen to us if we allow and open ourselves to the world, to experiences, and having trust in ourselves and having trust in our God-given qualities and virtues, and trusting in who we are without being afraid of experiencing life and what life has to give us. And then we are aside, we're apart, we set ourselves apart from the world, because we don't have to be like everyone else. Like, I don't want to be like everyone else. I choose to walk by my own drum, by the beat of my own drum. I like the music that I like, and for me, I like all kinds of music. All kinds of music. From hard rock to beautiful, soft, shallow music, to beautiful melodies that come from the Middle East, from Spain, from Ireland, from Scotland, from different places. And I just think that we should enhance our lives with more happiness. The more happiness we add to ourselves, our dress will be more beautiful. Our lives will be more beautiful. And you know, when there's a scripture somewhere in the Bible that says that God is saying that these beautiful valleys, the flowers, and nothing, how does it go? About them arraying themselves so beautiful, like nothing else is more beautiful than these flowers. I can't remember the name of the scripture, but I consider myself and I consider my siblings in the world, all my brothers and sisters, like flowers. I wrote a story some years back, like a fairy tale, about the children that had heads like flowers that were different. I'll have to share that with you one day. I want to have that published one day. Well, I wanted to spend a little bit of time with you. I haven't written anything down. I have many thoughts in my mind, but for some reason I thought of happiness. Happiness. Don't worry, be happy. Yeah, like that day I was climbing up the mountain and I was mad at God, and I said, okay, I'm worried about this, I'm worried about that, and this and this and this. And I tripped and my hand landed on a rock like this. And then when I turned my hand over, the rock was on my palm, and it had the little face, the smiley face. And then the radio came on my head. Don't worry, be happy. Landlord dances and your rent is late. Da 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 da. Don't worry, be happy. Yeah, don't worry, be happy, and don't believe anything I say. You can say, oh, that lady, she's full of BS. Yeah, I might be full of BS, right? But guess what? My life is magical. I live a life that, if I'm telling you, if I were to start telling you the things, the miracles that are in my life, people would not accept or believe, say, oh, she's lying. And I don't need to prove anybody right. I don't need to prove myself right. I don't need to have anybody's, what is the word? Now I'm thinking another language. I don't need to have validation, because the experience I had, and when I had the experiences that I have had with my Father in this world, I would lie to myself. And why would I lie to myself? Why would I spend time coming in here? I don't have to. I've been doing it now for about a year, I think. And I think if I've been here for about a year, why would I take my time? My time is precious to me. Like I could be doing a lot of other things instead of standing here in the beautiful sunny day. But I want to share these things with you all, because I want you all to have an exceptionally delicious, I'm telling you, delicious, exquisite life. Life should be exquisite, like food is exquisite. Like, think of your favorite dish. Think of your favorite dish and then think, if that's delicious, what else can be delicious? Life. You can make your life delicious. And how do you make your life delicious? By living a delicious life yourselves. By creating that for yourselves. And how do you do that? Trusting. Go within. Be childlike. Be more fun-like. Be playful. Like, I want to try. I have never skied, and I want to learn how to ski. I have not gone. I've gone bungee jumping. I've gone horseback riding many years ago. I want to try to learn how to ride a motorcycle. I want to learn to ski. I want to learn to deep sea diving. I want to, you know what I want to learn how to do? I want to learn to skate, but on these special skateboards where you dance on them. I saw this lovely lady in Portugal when I had Instagram, and I want to learn to do that. And it seemed so like she flowed. She got on top of that thing, the music came on, and she just moved like with the wind. I want to learn how to play the cello. I want to do so many things. I want to go camping in the Himalayas. Let's see. I want to go to Egypt. That's I have it on my little list of places to go to. I'm going to Egypt. I'm going to go to Bali. I've been to many places in the world, but those are the places that I haven't been to. And then I need to go to Spain to see the Alhambra, and I think it's in Seville. I'm not quite sure. And then I want to go to the art museums in France. And there's just a lot of things that I want to experience and do fun things. And some things don't have to cost anything, like bird watching. I adore birds. My father taught me to love birds. And in fact, as I've told you in some of my stories, that I've had birdies that I've saved them from, they've fallen from their nest and they became my pets. One of them was called Jamie, and then the next one that came to my life years and years later, I also called him Jamie to remind me of Jamie, my other little bird. So yes, I love happiness, and I feel that happiness is something that we give to ourselves. And we need to give ourselves things that make us happy. Do things for us, like go get yourself a massage. Go and, I don't know, if there's something that you want to do. Learn a new trade, a new hobby. Learn. Because when we learn things, our mind is always ever growing and always developing. And it's not boring. Like, I don't like boring. It's okay to spend a moment, especially in a cold winter's night, and snuggled up with your blanket in a fireplace, sitting watching the fire crackle without any thought in your mind, drinking a nice glass of wine, and maybe with a friend, and then just not talk about anything, just be, which is fine. But it's also so nice to be able to have so many adventures that we need days and nights to, and guess what? And then I experienced this, and then I experienced that. Because at the end of the day, you could be a millionaire, and if you don't experience life and the joy that life has for us, and the joy life has for us is the happiness that is born from our experiences. Is born from within us, is something innate in our souls that cries out to be expressed through music, through songs, through dancing, through painting, through having sex, through all the beautiful things that have been given to us. And people they don't understand the wealth that we have, the wealth that we are. We're not just an entity. we are these walking gods and goddesses. I cannot see myself just like a regular Joe or a regular Jane. There's just too much. Life offers so much that we can't just not be. I don't know if you guys follow me, and I know that I'm really way intense, and I'm getting more intense. Sometimes I think to myself, how can you stand yourself? How can anybody stand you? But when I feel the sun on my face, how can I not want to experience life when the sun is the light? It's like God. It brings everything to light, and it makes everything beautiful. And then I feel that the breezes are the kisses that God gives unto me. And I can't wait to go to the ocean. I can't wait to go to a cabin. You know what I dream of? I dream of going in a cabin, away from the world, away from everything, and get rid of shut off my phone completely, and hide it inside at the bottom of my suitcase, and put some comfy clothes on, and walk to the beach, and then just sit there and listen to the waves crashing upon the rocks, feel the sun on my face, and then just enjoy that moment, and eating some delicious fruit, and being with someone that I love, or that I can share this moment with. That would be lovely. And if not, it's also wonderful, because I've done that too. And like I've told you guys, I'm my very own best friend, and this is why I say I don't need anybody, but I know that God has other plans for me, and I listen to him. I'm his, like, you know what I think? I thought, like in some of the cartoons, there's a sidekick, like in Moana, there's that chicken. I'm God's sidekick. He has me with him at all times, and yeah, I know I'm like a kid in many ways, and I'm not a conformist. I cannot. Yeah, like I said, I'm not better than anybody else. I'm just different, because I choose this, because it works for me, because life works for me, because life is beautiful for me, and it has taught me so many lessons, so many beautiful lessons that I'm grateful for. And now I think, well, I can, what can I now do? Oh, I have a list of things that I'm going to do. A long list of things. I'm going to go to someone's graduation, one of my beautiful grandchildren that's graduating, my first grandchild, at the end of this month. And I'm looking forward to that. And I have plans for many things to do. I'm planning a trip this summer out of the country, and to a beautiful place. Oh, I love to listen to the birds. There's nothing more beautiful than nature. There isn't. Well, people are beautiful like nature. Children are beautiful like nature. Music is beautiful like nature, but nothing compares to nature, because nature is on its own, and she brings her own happiness to the world, and those that appreciate her, I bless her. I bless her, for she teaches me. She's my greatest teacher. She's my Pachamama. I'm here in the mornings, and I do sun salutations, and to my Pachamama I do rituals where I let her know how grateful I am to be part of her world, and to be here, and allow for her to create my world more beautiful. I'm grateful for this life. I am grateful for the opportunity that I have to be able to enjoy all this. I'm happy that I can see that I'm not blind. I'm not blind this way, and I'm not blind this way inside, because my heart, it's in my heart is in my mind. My heart and my mind have this coherence that I have. It's kind of like two in one, and I have like the happiness and the joy. It's all part of that, and peacefulness, and intelligence and wisdom, and what's the other word for when there's like, when you have a puzzle that hasn't been put together. I'm not one of those that like, I have never really been one of those that enjoys making puzzles. I've never given me the time, but I've thought one day, well, maybe I should start doing puzzles, but I don't have the time for it. But one day I probably will. Maybe one day when I'm in a spot where, in a cold winter's night and there's nothing to do, and then I can maybe put a puzzle together. But I want to learn how to play chess. I know how to play the little, what are they called? Not the opposite of the chess. I forgot the name. But anyway, I think that we should do everything possible to encourage ourselves to live a life that is worthwhile, a life that is that gives us joy, and that it fills us this fulfillment, to have a fulfilling life. And no one can give us that except ourselves. Even if we never leave the country, even if we don't have the means or don't think they have the means, then you find other things to compensate. But I gotta tell you, when you have a great imagination and a great mind, then you're not poor. There's no such thing as a poor person. You know where the poor lies in? In your mind. If you do not use your mind to create things for you, then you are poor. If you use your mind and focus on the things that you love, and focus on them with all of your heart and soul, like when you fall in love, if any of you have ever fallen in love, you think of that person 24/7, okay? Now, you fall in love with something, with an idea or an ideal, you bring that to fruition, because the joy brings it to be. I was told this in dreams. There's a song in Spanish, but my voice is, I'm not a singer really. There's a song, when you are born, cuando tú nazcas, abre los ojos, toda la vida es para ti. If I remember the rest. Un mundo entero para que crezcas, para que vivas libre y feliz. It tells you about living life, and when you're born, you're given the opportunity to live a free life, to enjoy life. I'm going to write it down and then read it to you guys another time. And I hope you remember and think that this moment is your life. Khalil Gibran, no, it wasn't Khalil, it was Omar Khayyam said that. Omar Khayyam said that. He was an ancient mathematician, poet. He was an astrologist, and he said something like, this is your life, this moment is your life, so like live it, something like that. This moment is all you have. This moment, live your life, your life to the fullest, live it with gusto, live it with joy, live it with happiness. Give yourself that happiness, give yourself that joy. Life is simple. Oh my gosh, those are the Foo Fighters. I love the Foo Fighters. Oh my gosh, yeah. I go crazy with music. I love concerts. If I could do it, I would go to concerts every weekend. I wouldn't get anything done. I love concerts, but I'm silly. But people, enjoy your lives. Enjoy this weekend that's coming up. Enjoy Mother's Day, those that are mothers. I honor your day. You do a great job. Many of those mothers out there that are working 3-4 jobs, and those that are not working, they're working at home, because some people say, oh, she doesn't work. A mother that doesn't work is no such thing. From the morning till the night, babies, diapers, food, cleaning, taking kids to school, driving them here and there. So we're the taxi driver, we're the nurse, we're the psychologist, we're the cook, we're the cleaner, we are the carpet cleaner, we are everything. So let me tell you, mothers, you rock. And continue to rock and be happy and find happiness. If you don't have it, if you don't yet acquire happiness, you haven't acquired happiness, find it. It's here. Happiness is here. Happiness is the most beautiful thing you can give to yourselves. So, from this beautiful place in Utah, these beautiful mountains, I'm sending you my love, my thoughts, and I'm wishing you a wonderful time. Till the next time again we meet. Don't give up on yourselves. Be strong and rely on what you are made of. Trust on that what you are made of, and don't be afraid of changes, because changes are good. Changes are amazing. Like, look, we have the spring. We're going to enjoy the spring for a while, and then we're going to enjoy the heat, the warm summer months, and then we'll have the fall so that we can rest, and then the earth can rest, and then we have the winter so that we can go and be quiet and be more, resting our minds, our bodies, but we can still have fun. And happiness, you can have that 24/7. 369 days of the year, you choose to be happy. I choose to be happy. 369 days of the year plus, because this is what I choose. I choose happiness because it feels good, because it looks good on me, it feels good on me, it makes me even happier, and that I can share it with you. And go listen to some funky music, and yeah, play that funky music, what boy. Just do something fun, and don't conform to anything. Be free. I'm speaking this way because I'm a Sagittarius, and I like to be free. I don't like to be in a cage. I don't think I will ever be in a cage. So I wish you all a beautiful day. Mwah, my beautiful soul family. Beautiful weekend. And don't do nothing I wouldn't do. Love you. Bye. Mwah.